What's howling, Matt Squad? My name's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. This is my in-depth, shot-by-shot analysis video of Spider-Man Homecoming Trailer 3, both the American and international trailer, because both trailers were pretty much like completely different and show completely new footage, and both of them had a lot for us to dissect and really look at in detail. So yeah, let's do this.
Finally, here we go.
Okay, so right here, wait. Yeah, right here with the LEDs and stuff. That's pretty much what I'm calling them. It's pretty much what it is, I'd assume. But yeah, I really like this part. And this is something that we haven't seen in any of the previous trailers. And for their marketing, there was like a certain toy where Spider-Man's outfit was like all blue, like light blue and dark blue, and a lot of people were wondering why that is, but I assume that has something to do with this when he puts the suit on, when like all the LEDs are flashing and stuff like that. And also just to know, usually sometimes when I do these analysis videos, I'll just have like music playing in the background, but when there's new dialogue in a trailer, I will have just the sound from the trailer playing so we can dissect that new dialogue. So yeah.
Evening, Peter. Whoa. You have 507.
His own AI. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of skeptical about this, but look, see, and this is, I'll probably be mentioning this like a couple times throughout this analysis video, but this is Tony Stark mentoring Peter on how to be Spider-Man, on how to be like a good hero, you know, like how to stay out of trouble and stuff. So I don't really have a problem with it because he's just helping Peter out. And yeah, I just don't get why a lot of people don't like the fact that Tony's in the movie, because we finally have Spider-Man in the same universe as all these other heroes. So now he can interact with all these other heroes. And then when we finally get that, people don't want to see him interacting with other heroes. You just can never please some people. But yeah, I really like the HUD.
76 possible web shooter combinations.
576 possible web shooter combinations. I really like this HUD right here, the red and blue, and like, I don't even know what you would call those things. All those just holograms and stuff.
That is awesome. I can keep that suit?
Yeah, doesn't fit me.
When's our next...
Also, one thing I do want to point out is when he said, like, Tony said it doesn't fit me. You remember in the second trailer when, like, the suit, when he puts it on, it, like, compresses skin tight to him? Pretty much the suit fits the wearer. Like, that's at least, like, the height for the suit. Like, so his friend Ned, he could wear the suit. Like, it will go skin tight to him. Like, the suit fits the wearer. So I'm pretty sure it's like that, where, like, as long as you're the height of the suit, anybody could wear it. So, like, yeah, Ned could wear it. I'm pretty sure. Like, anybody could wear it.
What, next mission? We'll call you. All right?
It's not 100. I'm just grabbing the door for you.
We're not there yet.
All right, kid. Good luck out there.
Right. I just love this part. He completely just ditches him in the middle of the street. And we actually saw, these were some of the very first behind the scenes pictures of the movie where, like, he had the briefcase and stuff. And we were wondering, like, when we first got these pictures, we were wondering what's happening in the scene. Why does he have a briefcase? Why he just stepped out somebody's car? And now we know, like, the suit's in the briefcase and he stepped out of Tony's car. Probably they just got back from Germany from the Civil War. That's what I'm assuming, because this scene actually takes place 48 hours after Civil War. The scene when they're in the car, that takes place 48 hours after Civil War. I like the choice of music.
Hey, Peter.
I love this shot right here because you know, it just shows us that he's a kid, you know, he's 15. He's just a kid who's also trying to live his regular teenage high school life while wanting to be the kid Avenger, you know?
Hey, Peter, you coming tonight? I can't.
And this part right here, Peter, you want to come tonight? Like I just said, he has to like balance his regular high school life and his newfound life of, you know, the hero Spider-Man. And so, he's like, no, I can't come tonight. I got the Stark internship.
Tonight, I got the Stark internship. What's up, guys? Mr. Stark, here's my report for tonight.
Pretty much, it's like a father-son thing, you know? It's like Peter telling Tony about his day. Like, he's ringing Tony up, like, every minute, talking about everything that he did today, so to, like, really try to impress Mr. Stark. And Tony's busy with, like, a lot of other things, you know? Steve's gone rogue and everything, so, like, half the Avengers aren't even at the Avengers headquarters, you know? He also has the Avengers Tower to run and all that, Stark Industries, you know? So he's a busy guy. And he has just this teenage Peter Parker ringing him up every second, like, hey, I did this, I helped this lady, she got me a churro, so that was cool, you know.
I stopped the Grand Theft bicycle.
This was also one of the very first behind the set pictures we got when he was holding up the bike.
Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that.
So this is what Tony wants Peter to be doing. This is the Spider-Man that Tony wants Peter to be, just the local, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, you know, just stopping bicycle thieves and, you know, helping old ladies out and stuff, you know. He doesn't want him doing the big Avengers level stuff like find the Vulture and all of that. But Peter wants to prove himself to him and prove that he can be a Avenger.
Anybody's bike? Oh, I helped this old lady and she...
Some of these shots, I just want to note how amazing the suit looks. I hate all the people who are bagging on it saying the CGI looks terrible.
Bought me a churro, so...
Like this scene right here.
That was nice.
Also right here, I love the shot, just him on the train, just on his phone. And he's saying, like, I just think there's more I can do, you know, Tony?
I just feel like I could be doing more. Wait a minute. You guys...
So he tries to stop these bank
On
robbers.
the real Avengers, Hulk gives it away. New move I'm working on? Not bad.
So, I assume this is one of the weapons that was made out of, like, the leftover Chitauri tech from the Avengers battle, like an anti-gravity weapon.
Feels so strange. These weapons are crazy dangerous.
Listen, Peter, there are people who handle this.
I love
There are people who...
this shot right here. Just the Avengers building, and then him standing there, like, you could tell he's just, like, so happy, like, just to be at the Avengers facility.
handle this sort of thing. Can't you just...
And so he's telling, like I said earlier, he's just telling Peter, you know, like, be just the neighborhood Spider-Man. And Peter's telling Tony, like, there are these people with these crazy weapons and stuff. And Tony's just saying, like, there are people who deal with that kind of stuff.
Just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? Neighborhood?
Right. Look at the Vulture. Look at the Vulture. This shot, and then when it goes close on his face, was honestly, like, would be terrifying. And he wasn't expecting the Vulture at all. He just... And I like this, that he's legitimately scared right here. Like, this, again, is showing that he's a kid. Like, he's legitimately scared right here. He's like, let go of me, you know? And it just shows that You know, he's Kid Spider-Man. Look at that. Tell me that's not menacing.
Activating parachute.
So that was... So that part on his...
Activating parachute.
So the spider on the back of his suit could like turn into a parachute. Get a shot of the Vulture, which I would assume they're in... I assume that's the Tinker. So I assume they're in the Tinker's workshop. And, like, I'm not an expert on all this, but I read comics. So just some comic knowledge for you guys. So in the comics, the Tinker has, like, a shop. He fixes things. And it's underground. And it's underground because it, like, hides his alien minions, his secret alien minions. I'm not sure if they're going to work that into the MCU. I don't know about all that, but in the comics, he has a secret like alien, a lot of secret alien minions that work for him. And look at the Vulture's suit. Look at like the blades on the wings. So like it's kind of like the Falcons, except the Vulture can't close his, like the Falcon could close his wings easily. The Vulture pretty much has to like land on his stand and put the wings on his stand.
The world's changing, boys. It's time we change too.
This is my chance to prove myself. We have a Spanish quiz.
So we have a Spanish quiz. So, hold up. So Donald Glover. Donald Glover. I could be wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who he is, and I'm not sure who he's playing. Like, I'm hearing people saying he might be Miles Morales' cousin, which in the comics is the Prowler, or he might be Miles Morales. I don't know if they're... Honestly, I don't think it's any of that with Miles Morales or anything. Honestly, I don't really know who he is. It could just be like a cameo role in a movie, because you know sometimes that happens, like famous people have just like a cameo role, but honestly I don't know what to think about who he is. I have no clue who he could be. I just don't think it's any of the Miles Morales stuff.
At this part of the job.
I don't understand. I'm intimidated.
And he's basically telling Peter like you need to be more like not fearful, I guess, but just more like you can't act like this kid in front of these like big time villains. You know, you got to act like, you know, you're not afraid to take them on. You got to be intimidating. And Peter's like, I'm intimidating. And he scares these little girls. And you know what I get from this? I hope that they're just hiding it from us in the trailers and we'll see it in the movie. That because it's confirmed that the Daily Bugle exists in the MCU. Like, we saw some set photos, and there was a newspaper from the Daily Bugle about the Washington Monument explosion. So it's confirmed that it exists, but we don't know if J. Jonah Jameson exists or anything. So hopefully, if he does exist in the MCU, then we see like him putting out headlines saying like Spider-Man is local medicine and stuff, like scaring little girls and stuff like that, you know, because that's kind of his MO for Spider-Man in the comics. Like, he envies him.
Oh, hey, yes. My friends up there.
Get another good shot at... Hold up. Hold up. There we go. A nice shot at his spider drone. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, well, it's to get information and send it back to Spidey. But I'm also sure it's like kind of a thing Tony did on purpose, just to like track Peter and like where he's going and stuff like that. When I saw this scene for the first time, I absolutely love this scene. So there's already some stuff we can confirm is happening in this scene. This is obviously when he's at the homecoming dance, and so like he found out the Vulture was doing something, or like his phone buzzed and something like that. The Vulture was doing something, so he had to leave in a hurry. That's what I'm assuming this scene is.
Hey, where are you going? What are you hiding, Peter? I'm just kidding, I don't care.
She's like, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Like, I could care less what you're doing. Just bye.
Bye.
And also, may I note that she might be a bigger. Hold up. Yeah, Zendaya might be a bigger character than we think. Her character is Michelle in this movie, but she might end up being the real love interest, because on the new poster for Spider-Man Homecoming, it's not Liz Allen that's on the poster, it's Michelle. So I assume by the end of the movie that like it might really be Michelle who's his love interest.
Bye.
And I was confused about this when I first saw it. Hold up. It goes so fast. So I'm pretty sure this is the mask inside out, because you could tell it's the mask, you can see the lenses. So yeah, I'm assuming it's the mask inside out. And that's crazy how the inside of this Spider-Man's mask looks, since this Spider-Man suit's made by Tony Stark. You can even like plug it in and stuff.
There's a ton of other subsystems in here, but they're all disabled by the
Training Wheels Protocol. So Tony's like all over this suit. He's making sure that, like, you know, Peter learns how to be like mature and use the suit wisely and stuff before he gives him all the greater features, which we might see in Infinity War, because he might even be an Avenger by then if he proves himself in this movie.
Training Wheels Protocol.
I'm sick of Mr. Stark treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
Yeah, a kid who can stop a bus with his bare hands.
So, yeah, a lot of the parts that was like footage that we've seen before and that I probably already talked about in my analysis for the second trailer, which was a while ago. I just like let that play and I just stopped on the new stuff. So now we are going to dissect the international trailer. Okay, now let's do the international trailer. And this trailer is by far my favorite trailer, just for the beginning alone.
There's Captain America.
I could not believe this when I first saw it. Like, this is Spider-Man from the comics, okay? In the comics, he always like took pictures, because he works for the Daily Bugle in the comics, like the early comics. So he would always need good shots of Spider-Man and stuff for J. Jonah Jameson. So he, as Spider-Man, he would like set up cameras and stuff and take pictures and stuff and record his battles and stuff like that. So to see him doing that for the first time in live action is absolutely amazing, and it just blew me away seeing this different perspective of the Civil War battle from Spider-Man's point of view as he's like narrating what's happening and everything.
There's Iron Man.
I love this. There's Captain America, there's Iron Man. Whoa, look at that new guy. And I was always, and I know I was not the only one, I was wondering, where did Spider-Man come from when Tony said Underoos? Like, he just came out of nowhere. I was always wondering where he came from. Now we know.
Hey, who's that?
That's my cue.
May I point out how good the suit looks? At least in my opinion. A lot of people say in this shot it doesn't look good, but I think they're being blinded by like, okay, so you could clearly tell it's textured and stuff. Like, you could tell the texture of the suit. I think people are being blind by that and saying it's bad CGI. That's what I think personally. I know the CGI did need some work in like certain trailers and stuff, but like as we're watching this, they're still working on it. Like they'll be working on it until like close to the movie's release. So like they're still working on it, and honestly, I think people just being blinded by the texture, and they're just mistaking the texture for bad CGI.
Oh, I gotta go.
Again, right here, the suit looks absolutely amazing. But one thing I do want to point out is that right here, you can tell that like, is different from what we actually saw in Civil War. Because in Civil War, the button spider thing was actually like, it was a part of the suit here too, but like, it couldn't come off. Like it was just in with the material of the suit, you know, like this isn't part of the material of the suit, it's just like its own thing, you know.
Fight with Captain America and I stole his shield and I threw it at him.
I love everything about this, because this would be so me if I was Spider-Man and I was in this battle with all these other heroes. I would be like whipping out my phone, fangirling over Iron Man and Captain America and being able to be in this fight. It's like, whoa, I just got in fight with Captain America. I stole his shield. I threw it at him. And then Ant-Man just... I like that we get to see a different shot of Ant-Man turning into Giant Man.
I stole his shield and I threw it at him. The hell, he's big now. I gotta go.
Now, I do want to point out something that I did notice is right here. He says, like, the hell, he's big now. I gotta go. Instead of what he said in the Civil War movie. Now, I'm not trying to defend everything about this movie and try and come up with explanations for everything. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just to like... Okay, so...
The hell, he's big now. I gotta go.
So after he said, like, he's big now, I gotta go, I think, like, maybe right after that, he, like, actually fully turned around to fully see what he was looking at and then said... You know what he said, like right here, after he jumped down, when he said, I gotta go, he jumped down, then looked at him like fully, and then said it. I don't know, it could be that, or either it could just be this is different in the trailer, and in the movie, it'll turn out different, and he just said like, what the hell since it's a trailer, and in the actual movie, he'll say, you know, I don't know. I'm not trying to defend everything, come up with explanations for everything. I'm just saying, I'm just thinking of the possibilities.
The hell, he's big now.
I love it though, how he's just like documenting everything.
I gotta go. It was the most amazing thing that's ever happened. So Mr. Stark was like, hey, Underoos.
Like,
and I just sort of
this would be me.
Hey, just a
This is
second.
me. That would be me.
Coming.
That flip though.
Coming.
And I'm pretty sure Tom Holland is actually capable of doing that on his own. I think this was like, he actually did a front flip instead, and they reversed it. Or either they had him on wires and stuff. I'm not sure what it was, but I don't think he actually did that flip fully on his own there. And I think it was a reversed front flip just by the way it looks right here. Like,
Coming.
just by the way he lands, like, he landed, like, stepping back, you know, like really fast, you know. So I don't know. I think that's what it was, but I am pretty sure that Tom Holland's capable of doing that on his own anyway. And also so he was documenting the Civil War battle as Spider-Man. And then he's documenting this as Peter Parker, and he's still talking about the Civil War battle. So it makes me question, who is he doing these videos for? Like, who is he vlogging these for? Is he doing it for himself? Because we do know that he posted some of it online, because in the first trailer we saw him looking on his laptop. He was on YouTube and he was looking at him taking down Ant-Man. So he obviously posted some of it on YouTube. So, like, will this go on YouTube as well? Because like he has a secret identity, like, so it just makes you really question. And we don't even know if these will actually be in the movie. Like, I hope they are, though. I hope these vlog things are in the movie, because it'll really add to his character, how he is in the comics. Like, he documents this kind of stuff, but I just don't know exactly why he's filming himself as Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Second, coming.
We have thin walls here.
You can hear him vlogging.
The rich and the powerful, they don't care about us.
We got a lot of new dialogue and an insight to the Adrian Toomes and why he's doing what he's doing. So I'm gonna try and dissect a lot of
You
that.
think they're table scraps?
And also, right, I've been confused about this ever since I saw it in it was the second trailer, I believe it was in. It was in one of the trailers, but I'm confused. And if you know, let me know in the comments, because I'm confused about where
Come back.
he got
You
this
think
Iron
they're
Man
table
helmet.
scraps?
I'm confused. I'm confused about where he got that Iron Man helmet. I know in Iron Man 1, I mean, in the first Avengers movie, Thor like threw off Iron Man's mask after Hulk had caught him at the end of the battle. But I don't think that's what it's from, because that was like a perfect Iron Man helmet. Where did he get a perfect Iron Man helmet? Like, I don't know. And I'm not sure if the Avengers have had any other battles beside, because I think all the battles that the Avengers have had, like, have been in the movies. I don't think they've ever joined together to have any other Avengers battles outside of the movies. I think just the Avengers and then the Avengers Age of Ultron are the only times they've grouped together and have had a battle. I don't think they've had any off-screen battles together. So, yeah.
Masters are tough. You gotta use the stuff they use.
Right here we see them. So this is one of the Chitauri things that like Loki was riding on. And right here you can also see one of the Leviathans. So some of those were left behind. And yeah, I don't know if this is like, you can see like lots of rubble and stuff. So I don't know if this is like a closed off part of New York where all this stuff was left and they're trying to like clean it up. I don't know if this is a part of New York that's still closed off to try and clean that up.
They use. The world's changing.
It's time we change too.
Let me
Tough.
see.
You gotta use.
They're table scraps.
These alien bastards are tough.
Ticket machines. Yeah. I don't know if this is like their scrapyard where they work or if it's a closed off part of New York that they're still trying to clean up. And that's the shocker, I believe.
You gotta use the stuff they use. The world's changing.
It's time we change too.
So when's our next retreat?
What, next mission? We'll call you. Think with a little more mentoring. Could be a real asset to the team.
So right here, I did notice this.
Could be a real asset to the team.
A little more mentoring. You could be a real asset to the team. So he's basically saying like Peter does have a chance to be a Avenger. You know, he just has to be mentored a little bit more, get a little more training, I guess, become a little more mature.
It's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you.
I love that scene. I'm not hugging you. I'm just getting the door
Someone
for
is
you.
collecting stuff from Avengers.
So we hear Spider-Man saying like he's collecting these weapons from these Avengers battles, and you know Tony's just like there are other people who handle this kind of stuff. So this is the Vulture, but Adrian Toomes testing out some of the new Chitauri tech they're building. That's the Tinker again.
Battles. Battles.
So what was this? The car?
Battles.
It happened so fast.
Avengers battle.
Yeah, it's a car. It's a car.
I'm building these crazy weapons.
Hold up. Get another shot of them going, well, another shot of the monument, and I don't see Spider-Man at the top, so I guess like he climbs to the top as the police are arriving or something.
Crazy weapons.
This is my chance to prove myself.
And I didn't notice that before, but like how the Vulture can close his wings and look at the blade, like the blades on the wings. How he can like close his wings. So, okay. So we see the boat like going in half, and this is the Vulture right here, isn't it? So I don't know exactly what that weapon was doing then and how it was doing that, because that's the Vulture right there, so. More good shots of the Ultimate Iron Man suit. Oh my. It just looks so sexy. And I think this gives us more confirmation that, you know, Tony was kind of chasing Peter after the ferry save. Like, after they save it, Spider-Man's like, oh crap, Tony's gonna be pissing me. I need to get away fast. And like, Tony's kind of chasing him and stuff.
What if somebody had died?
We can see right here, he's just like, Peter's running and Tony just like comes down and stops him.
Different story, right? Because that's on you. I wanted you to be better.
Again, this dialogue, what if people had died, and this time it would have been on you. I want you to be better than this. So many people do not understand the dialogue right here. They're like, when Tony says, you know, stuff like the man doesn't make the suit, people will be like, well, Tony, you're nothing without your suit. You see, that's where people don't use their brains and they don't understand the dialogue right here. Go back to Iron Man 1. Tony used his smarts and wits to escape that cave, okay? Think about the first Avengers when Steve had said, big man in a suit of iron. Take that off and what are you? And Tony responded with, genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. He is so much more without the suit. He doesn't need the suit, you know? And that's what he's telling Peter. You don't need the suit to be the Spider-Man. You don't need the suit to be a hero. Your character defines who you are as anybody. That's what he's telling him right here. I like that we'll be getting a lot of like different shots of the Avengers Tower, because we saw it in the first Avengers movie as it was the Stark Tower then, and you know, we got to see like a little bit of the inside and stuff, and we got to see more of it in Age of Ultron, but we haven't really seen it since then, so I'm glad we'll be getting a lot more shots of the Avengers Tower in this movie.
8 years without any trouble from those.
Another glorious shot of, oh my, just absolutely stunning.
Trouble from those bozos up in Stark Tower. Man, this little bastard in red.
So the dialogue here, he's saying like, we already have to deal with Tony and all of these superheroes who are like high up and popular and stuff, and then this little bastard in red spandex shows up. He's like, I'm not gonna let him stop me from what I'm trying to do. And so he basically wants to run the Avengers into the ground.
Knight shows up. And he thinks he can tear down everything I'm building.
So we see this big plane filled with new like Avengers weaponry.
A plane full of brand new Avengers weaponry to load up.
We're gonna put him out of business.
So you can see the jet leaving, and Vulture is right going to the jet.
Take everything they got.
And notice right here, it gives you a look at how big the wings are. Like, I don't know if it's heavy or not, because look how big just the one thing that's on his back is. And then you have the giant wings. So it makes you wonder how heavy it is. And also, right here, it's kind of hard to tell, but I like how his helmet, like, the front is in the shape of a beak, you know? It's like, his name's the Vulture. His helmet's in the shape of an actual beak. And look how menacing he looks right here.
Thing they got.
So I believe it was... Hold up. So the jet's actually cloaked right here, and then you can see the Vulture. And a lot of people probably didn't know this, but will notice this, but Happy, like, gets up. He's just, I assume he's in the Avengers Tower. He's just sitting there. He gets up because he notices the plane on fire, the plane with the Avengers weaponry. It's like after the battle between them has started on the plane, Spider-Man, I guess, learns that the Vulture is going to try and infiltrate this plane with the Avengers weaponry on it, and he tries to prove himself that he can be more than just a local hero by stopping the Vulture from doing this.
Do you know him too?
Yeah, stole his shield.
So, yeah. That was my in-depth shot-by-shot analysis of the American and international trailer. I hope you all enjoyed it. And actually, there was supposed to be a little more footage in these. In the international trailer, at the beginning, we were supposed to actually see Peter, like, snag Captain America's shield. And there was supposed to be some more at the end that I've seen now, but I don't know why it wasn't in this. But, yeah, I don't know what was up with that. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give the like button a thumbs up, share it, and tap subscribe. Join the Mad Squad on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. My name's Joe, a.k.a. Mad Joe FC. I hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out.